Anna is co-founder of CEO of Insight Labs and MicroBioPlus. And Anna will tell us about innovative methods of plant simulation using mineral fertilization and biostimulants. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Still, good morning, everyone. My name is Anna Agar, and I will tell you a little bit about our technology, both on the side of mineral fertilization, but also biostimulants. We know that we're facing big challenges, both on the side of nature regarding all the synthetic agrochemicals accumulating in water and soil. On the other hand, we have consumer expectation and food chain expectation. Mentioned already today about the residues in food or on food. Mentioned many times during this meeting regulatory issues and regulation, both on a European ground like Green Deal requirements, but also on a global scale like net zero emission goals that we're supposed to achieve by 2050, or buffer zones which will be soon to applied in US. And all that farmers have to kind of apply to their agenda. They have to deal with the climate changes, and also correlated with that, tremendous yield losses due to the pathogens presence. And navigating climate change risk related to agriculture are tremendous, both on the side of biodiversity related to extensive use of synthetic product, both fertilizer, but also crop protection products, correlates and linked totally with soil quality, water quality. We cannot forget about CO2 emission, which agri-tech is producing quite extensively. And all that is wrapped up with the climate changes that farmers have to face, and drought periods that occurring across Europe are not making their life easier. So how are we thinking about protection of the crops? We are kind of going in reverse narrative. We focusing on the crops, not on the pathogens. For us, pathogens are not the target, is kind of secondary object to think about. And pure technology that we develop within Insignis Labs is based on activation of enzymes and metabolitic pathways in crops to enhance its growth and productivity by stimulation of natural immunity through synergistic effect, which we observe between the components within the pure. We can have such a huge response on a side of the crop. That also help us to mitigate some abiotic stresses, mostly related to drought and frost, because already crops are prepared for rough condition, both on the side of biotic or abiotic stresses, but on overall all external factors that they have to face and deal with. And by improving photosynthetic activity, which is a baseline for all the crops, no matter where they grown and how they harvested, we can enhance the biological carbon sequestration, which is directly linked to possibility to store soil organic carbon in a soil. And pure technology as a general went through quite thorough tests, both in a lab condition, but later on in the field trials, ending up as a final product. Safety is absolutely priority regarding EU regulation and EU approvals. We run multiple tests, both as a single application of this technology, but also blend as a tank mix partner, because as we know, farmers are not going to use any products which they are not convenient for them, and tank mix are the form that they applying most of the products. We we validate its functionality in the fields, because eventually that's the playground for our product. We validated already on over 20 different crops in different locations: Germany, US, Spain, Netherlands, extensively in Poland, for obvious reasons. And we validate this product even in rough conditions, such as we can find in Saudi Arabia. What is important about this product, beside its efficacy and compatibility to be applied on various crops, is the fact that this product has very low carbon footprint and CO2 emission, which adding up to the positioning this product as a good tool to reduce CO2 emission. To put it in the perspective of mineral biostimulant, because that is its full functionality, we also made some kind of characteristic, how we call pure as kind of SOS mode of action for crops, not for pathogens. And substitutions means that by hybrid application this product with still chemically available fungicide, we can quite significantly reduce the input of synthetic product, even up to 50%, and synthetic fertilizer up to 20%, not having any kind of drop in a yield. Optimization stays for activation of preventive mechanism that plants can put in force to fight effectively with abiotic and biotic stresses. We validate that on over 40 different pathogens in field trials when our product was integrated with as a target mix partner with fungicidal programs. And mentioned already above, sequestration CO2 correlated with improving of photosynthetic activity, boosting biomass production, which allows for sequestration of organic in the soil. And product is already approved for 27 countries in Europe, plus Norway, Switzerland, and Luxembourg. What also stays, I don't want to go into depth of the technology, but basically what we focus on is on multiple layer on both metabolic and physiological processes that taking place in a crops to really boost its effectiveness and stimulates it on multiple level. Thanks to that, we can have the huge response, and micronutrients are important part of that, including zinc, which is a key micronutrient element improving crop performance. As I mentioned, we ran quite extensive trials. We validated with international bodies for regulatory approval on multiple crops in multiple locations. We ran those trials for last 5 years, both for regulatory purposes, but also to optimize the doses and application forms with farmers. And what we finally get from those experiments is the fact that we really can improve yield, still caring for the environment. Reduction of synthetic fungicide by 20-30, even up to 50%, converge to lowering significantly CO2 emission, while again obtaining yield even improved up to 10%. In case of sugar beet, the results also due to the applied synthetic fungicide is even higher. We can easily convert those savings in CO2 emission to usage of our mobile phone for 38 hours and up to even 4 hours ride, carrying our coffee with hands when we will use our product instead of synthetic product. And that is for just one single application per 1 hectare, which makes already a great saving regarding CO2 emission. And what is ahead of us is a portfolio of the product that will be released in this year, because we believe that building the full portfolio of the farmers allow them to protect effectively their crops at each stage of the growth and development. We are in a process of approval of Pure Fruit, which will be mostly dedicated for orchards, some vegetables, rice, and vineyards. Pure Vigod is a product that dedicates and specifically tailored processes that taking place during the fruiting, dedicated for most of the open field crops, and some vegetables that for them in this phase, the micronutrients that we are delivering in special form are absolutely essential. And of course, Pure Seed, which is the starting point, because when crops are getting all what they need at the beginning of the process, they kind of natural resistance, it's a boost on a higher level. That's why putting all that and to have a full portfolio of the product will guarantee that farmers can really achieve better results. We also try to actively integrate those technology with biological solutions that we do also work on. They are purely based on bacterial strains, isolated both for like biostimulant application, but some are dedicated as a biofungicidal products. What we have unique within those compositions are the strains that not publicly available. Those are our own strains, high performing microbes, non-GMO one, I will add, that are blended in multiple strains formulation, not a single one, which also help us to protect a wide range of crops against difficult to control pathogens, not just in a greenhouse condition where most of the biologicals are working relatively well, but we targeting mostly open field application for major crops. And what was for us essential is its compatibility with chemical crop protection products, including fungicide and fertilizer, to make farmers' lives easier when they applied our technologies. And what eventually farmers will get from using our product, and what benefits can expect both farmers and consumers. Most of all, high quality yield, because farmers are doing their job to have great yield. We have 3-in-1 type of action which help them to optimize the process of taking care of crops. We enhance natural immunity, we biostimulant, and we apply micronutrient supplementation at once. We help farmers to reduce usage of synthetic product and produce more and better using less resources, having also in the back of their heads aspect of carbon emission, and also driving the productivity to integrate those new technologies into existing one, to be able to really increase the amount of humus in the soil, because that is the starting point for farmers. If they have a good soil, they can obtain higher yield. And we try to collaborate on various fields, both with innovation community, universities, academia, but also industrial partners, that we both carry on trials, optimize products, and eventually they turn out to be our final clients. As I mentioned, the Pure One product is already available on the market and distributed across Europe. Where we are quickly, we start setting all regulatory approval, and we received first regulatory approval in 2023. all the new products, both on the side of fruit protection, veggies, seed treatment, and a biological approach, are already on the way. Next year, we wanted to extend our trials to US and Latin America. Hopefully, we can make it. And making all the integration crop protection product more biological or shifted toward biological is our ultimate goal with our products. And eventually what we're looking for is the partnerships within initiatives like this one, because BioRural is not a local initiative, but a European one. And we are looking for partners who will help us to scale our technology globally and promote our solution within their own regions, countries, to approach farmers that are willing to really have a good, high quality yield, but still taking care of the environment in the right way. Thank you so much for your attention, and please contact us if you will have any question, or if you see that our technology might be a great fit for either your technology or your farms. Thank you so much.